Klaro ra, madungog ko?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abdul Rahman,
Present po.
Adelia,
Present, ma'am.
Ali,
Present, ma'am.
Balisco,
Present, ma'am.
Baruro, Bragat,
Present, ma'am. Hello. Hello.
Bragat,
Dungog ako, ma'am.
okay, present.
Present.
Digamo,
Present, ma'am.
De La Cruz,
Present, ma'am.
De La Cruz, present. Federezo, Francisco,
Present, ma'am.
Imelga,
Present, ma'am.
Juan, Tantod,
Present, ma'am.
Larona,
Present, ma'am.
Magada, Sa Magada. Wala si Magada, no? Mahusay,
Present, mahusay, ma'am.
Pangarungan,
Present, ma'am.
Pasay,
Present, ma'am.
Ramil,
Present, ma'am.
Robio,
Present, ma'am.
Salaan, Salinas,
Salinas, ma'am. Present.
Samsudin,
Present, ma'am.
Zuniega,
Present, ma'am.
Usman, Yapak, Zakaria, Magada.
Present, ma'am.
Present si Zakaria,
Yes, ma'am.
Alango,
Present, ma'am.
Alivio,
Present, ma'am.
Andiz, Kagumbay,
Present, ma'am.
Kalumpag,
Present, ma'am.
Kaluyo,
Present, ma'am.
Datimbang, Datuman. Entire semifinal exam, walay sulod-sulod si Datuman. Ano ni siya? Paki-inform ko niya ha, wala di ko attendance niya since since semifinal, check na ko yung midterm. Depende din. Okay na siya midterm, pero dagan siya absent. Karon sa semi, wa dyan ni sulod-sulod. Si Datuman ha, walay sulod-sulod semifinal. Giling.
Present, ma'am.
Haji Jamal. Haji Jamal po, tibuok semifinal
Present.
semifinal, walay sulod. Haji Jamal. Wala kay sulod
Present,
sa last na mga kuan na to, discussion. Why? Haji Nasif.
Present, ma'am.
Makadato. Makadato. Mihares. Mehares. Musin.
Present, ma'am.
Mutya.
Ma'am,
Present,
Makadato,
ma'am.
present.
Matya, present.
Unsa makadato? Makadato?
Present, ma'am. Makadato. Present, ma'am.
Riga.
Present, ma'am. Riga.
Sabdula. Sabdula. Salazar.
Present, ma'am.
Salazar. Santibanez.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, so good afternoon everyone. So, hi. Yes, Haji Jamal. Unsa maning uban, wa man lagi nag-turn on sa camera, absent ni sila? How about the others? Absent ni? Okay, so we'll have a quick discussion about RNA virus. So we're already done with DNA virus. Diba? Naingon ko ninyo, virus can either be DNA or can either be RNA. So we're already done with the DNA virus, which is, sa ganito mnemonics, ane? Mnemonics.
Mo na ka itong paad po.
Simple,
Po.
Simple,
Papad po,
simple.
he.
Very good, Salinas. Papaad po, hehe. Simple, simple, very easy. Chicken ra, it is the mnemonics for herpes viridae family. Remember? HHV 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our DNA virus is papaad po, ehe. Papova virus. Sa paman? Papovavirus, unsa pa man?
Parvoviridae.
Parvoviridae, Adenoviridae, po,
Foxviridae.
Poxviridae, hehe,
Herpesviridae.
Herpesviridae, and
Ipadnaviridae.
Adnaviridae. So those are DNA virus. And all replicates in the cytoplasm ba?
Nucleus.
Nucleus, except
Foxviridae.
Poxviridae. Very good. How about the others? Murag balik-balik lagi ning tig-answer si Salinas, si Maria Sofia, gusto mo tig-answer din wala. How about the others? Okay, so now this afternoon, let's proceed with the virology RNA virus. So RNA, so single-stranded na mga nucleic acid. Okay? Po ang delegation ng move. Sige, so grab your pen and paper. Okay. 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 Pag on mo sa camera ha, o i-take note na ko ng mga mamalong absent mo. So let's proceed with the RNA virus. So we're already done. Humanata ni DNA virus. So let's proceed with our RNA virus or single-stranded virus. So first, let's have our general characteristics about RNA virus. So all are single-stranded DNA except reovirus. All are helical except Calici virus, Picorna virus, Flavivi-virus, Toga virus, Reovirus, and Retrovirus. All are envelope except PCR. Isa man ang PCR. That is Picorna virus, Calici virus, and retrovirus. So therefore, kanisi picorna, kanisi calici virus, o kanisi retrovirus, these are naked RNA virus. Okay? General characteristic, kumbaga, sa ilahang pamilya, munis ilahang characteristic dapat. So, na mga exemption. So, muna itong mga exemption. And all replicates in the cytoplasm. Opposite, di ba? Kung si DNA virus, they replicates inside the nucleus except your pox virus. On the other hand, RNA virus replicates in the cytoplasm except orthomyxoviridae and retroviridae. So kanita na akong ipang-mention dere, these are your RNA virus. So walay mnemonics anak class, so i-memorize niyo na one by one. So unlike your DNA virus, so kung multiple choice, at least example, all are DNA virus except A, Calici virus, B, Papova virus, C, adenovirus, D, Hepadnavirus. So unsa may answer? Calici virus. Kaya di ba papaad po hehe. So kisa tong wala sa papaad po hehe, automatic RNA virus. Gets? Sige, sulat. Again, gisa ng PCR, this is your Picorna virus, Calici virus, and retrovirus. Okay, so let's focus on the arthropod-borne or arbovirus. So kung arthropod-borne, or you can call it arbovirus. So this is your Bunya viridae, Flavivi-viridae, and Toga-viridae. So arthropod-borne. So aha man mo siya ma-acquire. Kinsa man ang carrier, these are your arthropods. Okay? And take note, class, the largest RNA is paramyxovirus. Sa kuan, DNA virus, isa may largest RNA.
Poxviridae.
Very good, Salazar. Poxviridae. Dani sa imong RNA, largest RNA is paramyxovirus. And on the other hand, smallest RNA is Picorna virus. From the name itself, Pico. Pico means small. Okay? So, first, envelope RNA virus. So, kanina itong mga discussion, kanina siya na family, mga envelope ni sila. So, unya sa atoong mga naked. So, ulahin na ni silang Picorna, Calici, o retro. Focus sa mga envelope RNA virus. So, virus family under Orthomyxoviridae. So, under Orthomyxoviridae, you have family of influenza virus. So, the same with your example, di ba? Ningon ko niyo before nga, kanang mga viridae, family na siya sa virus. So, every, mga viridae, napa na sila yung mga subtypes or napa na yung mga specific nga virus. Example ni Parvoviridae. Isa man tong specific virus gani ni Parvoviridae? Can cause slap cheek disease. It's ganito?
Parvovirus.
B19 virus.
Very good. Putri. Parvovirus B19 is the specific virus for your Ano maning nalahi naman ang percent? Noon sa to. Ako rin nakakita ato or na lahi jud.
Candice, ma'am, na-present yung screen.
Okay.
Ma'am, sorry, napindot po.
Okay lang. Okay, so sa specific virus under orthomyxoviridae. So class, I know kasabot ko nga lisod siya memorizon. Kay mo makabali-bali og dila, bakterya pa lang daan makabali nagdila, fungi pa lang daan, and napajoy virus. Imagine, napajoy mo parasitology sa finals. And parasitology, mga lisod di po na siya pang pronounce. Example, Ascaris lumbicoides. Trichinella spiralis, may anak na siya. So, muna tag nag-Harry Potter, ani din he. Okay, so, under orthomyxoviridae is your influenza virus. So, I know you are familiar with influenza virus. Mode of transmission is via aerosols. Capsid is helical. So, influenza virus has three types or three subtypes. You have influenza A, influenza B, and influenza C. So let's focus first on influenza A. So influenza A causes acute, highly contagious respiratory illness. So it infects humans, birds, and swine. Also, class, take note, influenza A infects both humans and animals. So influenza A infects both humans and animals. And also take note, influenza A is the only influenza virus that is capable of antigenic shift. Later, we will discuss what is antigenic shift. So isulat sa ninyo, influenza A infects both humans and animals. Also, influenza A is capable of antigenic shift. Capable of antigenic shift. Okay? Ngano day class, si influenza B and influenza A, influenza B and influenza C, kaning B og letter C, it infects only humans. Okay, again, si A, kasi ito infect ni A, both humans and animals. Si B and si C, it infects only humans. So humans ra ang iyahang ma-infect. And again, kinsa ra ito ang capable of antigenic shift? A, B, and C.
A, ma'am.
A, ma'am, A.
A, si A lang. So unsay antigenic shift? Kasi bot pasabot ana. So you have differences between antigenic shift and antigenic drift. So mahitabo ni siya sa mga virus, specifically your influenza virus. That's why na ay mga mahitabo nga mga pandemics or outbreaks, okay? So virulence factor, antigenic drift versus antigenic shift. So antigenic drift is also known as minor shift. Antigenic drift is also known as minor shift. So it is a minor mutation in antigenic structure due to point mutation. So kumbaga, mild changes lang ang naang. Example, si Juana de la Cruz, babae. Example, si Juana de la Cruz, kulot, nagpa-reband na straight, nagpa-reband, nagpabulaw. That is considered as antigenic drift. So minor mutation lang, gamay lang na changes. Antigenic shift, on the other hand, is example, from girl to boy. Si term ana gani? Gender
Transgender.
Yes, transgender. So ingana. So major antigenic changes considered as antigenic shift. Example na to sa akong pasabot ha. So tanawon niya itong diagram, itong picture. Antigenic drift. So example, from lingin-lingin nga color purple. So nahimo siya murag crescent shape nga mga purple. So nadya po siya the same purple. The same nga naka-attach siya sa color gray. Pero naay mga small changes, minor shift. Naalang gagmay na mga changes na change the shape. On the other hand, imuhang antigenic shift na usab na jud. Like purple siya tanan, nasagol na siya nag-green, na siya nag-blue, na siya kuan. The same with yung akong example katawo, lalaki na turn into babae. Anak, babae na turn into lalaki. Like dili na bitaw nimo mailhan. So that is antigenic shift. Antigenic shift is also known as major shift. So major shift is your antigenic shift or major antigenic changes. It results to new H or N antigen. So it results to new hemagglutinin and neuraminidase. So it results to new hemagglutinin or neuraminidase antigen due to genetic reassortment. And take note, class, when antigenic shift happens, so when an antigenic shift happens, most people have no immunity or small immunity against that specific virus. Again, when antigenic shift, most people have, when antigenic shift happen, most people have low immunity or no immunity at all to that virus. Nga naman, imuhang antibody, wala na nakailaan na, kaya nag-shift na good siya. Major changes. Kumbaga, example, akong panlaban ana is kutsilyo. Example lang ha. Akong panlaban ana is kutsilyo. Example, bato-bato pick. Papel siya. So, akong panlaban ana is gunting. Unya kay nag-major changes man siya, nahimo siya bato. So, ako ang gunting, dili na effective ana. Dili na ko maka-provide og immunity against ana. Kaya ngano, nausab naman iyang appearance, nausab naman iyang structure, nausab na iyang antigen. And that is antigenic shift. Okay? Gets? Kaya ato ang lawas man, good class. When you are exposed to an antigen, your body will produce antibody. So, kung ma-produce tag-antibody imuhang lawas, kung unsay nawong sa antigen nga na-expose sa imuha, maupod na ang antibody nga iyahang i-provide ana. Okay? So, example, if iyahang nailhan is color blue lingin. Example, color blue nga lingin. So, iyahang antibody nga i-produce, color blue nga lingin rapod. Unya, when antigenic shift happen, himo na siya color green nga heart. Kailan na ba siya ana? No, dili na siya makailaan na. Kaya no, na-change naman siya iyang appearance, na-change na iyang genetics. So that is antigenic shift. Again, take note, when antigenic shift happens, most people have low immunity or no immunity at all to that specific virus. Napasra?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Kana unsa gani ng results to new H or N antigen? Unsa ni?
Kanin si mo gani isa si H,
Oo.
hemagglutinin and neuraminidase. Results to hemagglutinin. Sila na siya sa next slide. Or
Okay.
neuraminidase.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So influenza A, B, and C. So influenza A, both A and B has 8 segments. Influenza C has 7 RNA segments. So all influenza virus or all orthomyxoviridae is capable of antigenic drift. As you can see, yes, maka-antigenic drift. Yes, yes. So pwede sila capable ni nga mga virus mo kuan og minor changes. Okay? On the other hand, antigenic shift, influenza A ra ang capable of antigenic shift. So yes, no, no. Hemagglutinin, yes, tanan. Neuraminidase, only influenza C. So parahada ni si H and N antigen. H antigen or your hemagglutinin spike is for attachment and has the ability to agglutinate RBC. Neuraminidase spike function in the release process of the virus. Function in the release process of the virus. So during antigenic drift pod class, di ba there is minor changes. So na mga change kumbaga di na gagmay. So dili na the same ang effectivity sa imong tambal ha. Like example, effective kay siya 99 effective ang kana siya nga tambal against influenza B virus example. And when minor shift happens or antigenic drift happens, ang effectivity nimo which is 99% dili na the same. Nga naman na bay minor changes class. Nanay dili na siya pareha sa intended adto nga tambal. So effective Japon siya kay minor changes ra gud pero dili na siya the same effectivity atong first or pinaka sinugdanan nga virus. Okay? Gets? No question? Okay. So, influenza outbreak. So, 2 to 3 years period between epidemic waves of influenza A. 3 to 6 years inter-epidemic period of influenza type B. And every 10 to 40 years, when a new subtype of influenza A appears, take note, a pandemic result. Okay? A pandemic result. So, subtypes, mga influenza outbreaks sa unang panahon, 1890, you have H2N8, 1900s, H3N8, 1918, H1N1, familiar na no? 1957, H2N2, 1968, H3N2, 1977, H1N1 emerged, 2009, familiar ni? A novel swine origin H1N1 virus appeared and reached pandemic spread. So, feel ko, mga elementary pa siguro man yung mga panahon na. Ba? 2009, elementary pa mo, no? Or napa mo yung memory, ani? Na during 2009, there is also an outbreak or pandemic that is H1N1 virus which is carried by swine or swine flu virus mo ni siya, H1N1. And latest subtype is H7N7. So take note of the outbreaks. Sige, copy. Again, absinan ko nang nag-off cam ha. City, Hidaya. Isa pa maning uban. Okay? Okay na? Manag sulat. Ramil, humana?
Wala pa, ma'am.
Wala pa. Sige. Okay? Next family is your Paramyxoviridae. So we're already done with Orthomyxoviridae. Again, under Orthomyxoviridae is influenza virus. So your Paramyxoviridae, Paramyxo, the same. Paramyxoviridae family first or specific virus, para-influenza virus. mumps virus, and measles virus, respiratory syncytial virus, and human metapneumovirus. So under paramyxoviridae na ay 5 kabuok nga virus. Again, under paramyxoviridae na 5 kabuok specific na mga virus. First is para-influenza virus. Mode of transmission, respiratory sections or aerosols, and direct contact. Again, mode of transmission, respiratory sections, secretions, sections, aerosols, and direct contact. Disease, para-influenza virus 1 and 2 can cause croup. Isa itong croup? Say croup, what is croup?
Excessive
coughing between children.
Very good. Salinas and Jella. Excessive coughing among children. So under DNA virus, kinsa ganito ang maka-cause og group?
Adenovirus.
Very good. Celeste Alivio. Alivio, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Adenoviridae or adenovirus. Okay, your para-influenza virus 3 can cause bronchitis and pneumonia. Para-influenza virus can cause upper respiratory function. So other mumps, so again ha, basig malibog mo ha, family bene siya class ha. So family, of course, na siya yung mga subtypes. So first niya is para-influenza. So second na pod na under sa imong paramyxoviridae is your mumps virus. So mumps virus, mode of transmission via saliva and droplets. What is the disease it cause? It can cause mumps. Again, mumps virus can cause mumps. What is mumps? Mumps is the inflammation of your parotid gland. What is mumps? Inflammation of your parotid gland. It can either be on one side or both sides. Okay, again, what is mumps? Mumps is the inflammation of your parotid gland. It can either be on one side or both. So, pwede ang mo swollen or ang duha ang mo swollen. Kung sa Bisaya pa, unsay tawag aning mumps? Bayuo. Very good. That's bayuo. And it is caused by a virus. Dili tungod sa sigig huyop-huyop og balon. Dili na tinod hala, sige bayukon ka na. No. Because mumps is caused by a virus. Dili tungod kay sigig huyop-huyop og balon. Kadog mo na sa mga bata-bata na mga storya, bayukon ka na kasi kag huyop og balon?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Hindi na siya tinuod. Could either ba sige mo huyop-huyop na expose imuhang mouth sa droplets or saliva sa person nga na po'y bayuok daan. Kay virus ba na siya, di ba na ito na makita. So, wata kabalo nga, na kuan lang, si Termani, coincidence lang nga nakakuan ka, naka-direct contact ka og droplets or saliva. Naka-contact ka og saliva or droplets sa virus. Di ba kayo ba yung mode of transmission, saliva and droplets? So, dili na siya tinuod ha, nga si huyop-huyop balon, makakos og mumps. So next is, ha?
For example, ma'am, ganun na ako yung ma'am, simba ko. Dayon, nag-inom ko milk tea. Then, ana akong friend nga, uy, painom po din. Ana, wala siya, ma'am, din. Inom po siya dito sa akong straw, ma'am. So, magka-moms po to siya, ma'am.
Yes, of course. Kaya nga naman, unsa day ang mode of transmission?
Saliva.
Saliva. So, nisip ka sa imuhang straw, nisip na-introduce niya ang saliva gikan sa imong gimams. Oh yes, pwede siya matakdan og bayuok. Okay, mode of transmission again, saliva or droplets. Or maski na tuthuan mo na siya, buya-buya na. That is droplets. Pwede po na siya magka-bayuok. So, nganong common man ang bayuok tungod sa bata? Nganong kung dagko naman dili na magkabayukon? Ano man?
Sige, dula, ma'am.
Kabantay mo ang bata kay mas prone og bayuok? Kasi maghuyop balon, ma'am. Unsa man? Kay, establish naman gud ang immune system sa person or sa mga adult. Unlike sa mga bata nga prone kay na sila og mga sakit, mga virus, yung mga other bacteria, other infections, prone na kay na sila ana. Then kita tao mo po ng bata no, kita adults, dili kayo ta murag dili kita grabe kay kalalaan ng moms. Could either binala siya small din na murag kuan or medyo sakit, dili lang ta kabantay nga niburot na dai siya or sakit or kana murag lala kay ba. Kaya nga no, nakaya ra sa tong immune system. Nakaya ra niya eradicate or nakaya ra niya og nakaya ra niya og stabilize ang imuhang or nakaya niya patay ang virus. So that's why dili kay na siya sa lala sa adults. Kaya nga no, establish na magud ang immune system sa adults unlike sa mga bata. And di ba ang mas bata biya ang murag reckless kayo sa ahan mang kuan ilang mga laway. So most prone sila og moms. Next is measles virus. We have rubiola. Measles virus, also known as rubiola virus or also known as morbilli virus. Mode of transmission is via aerosols, hangin. So disease, it can cause red measles or what we call as rubiola. It causes maculopapular rash or fever and Koplik spots. Complication is SSE, subacute sclerosing panencephalitis. So this is SSE, kaning SSE, this is rare. This is a rare disease but very fatal, affecting your central nervous system. Again, your SSE is very rare, talagsaon. Although it is very rare, but it is very fatal. Again, rare but very fatal disease affecting your central nervous system. So class, natay duha ka buk measles. Nay duha ka buk klase nga measles. You have measles lang o German measles. Kanog no ana. You have measles and German measles. So measles is your rubiola. Kani di ba mo ni? You have also German measles, that is rubella. Ganing spelling. So to, measles nimo is your rubiola. Rubiola. German measles. Rubella. Basig ma-interchange ninyo ha, mabalin ninyo si measles o si German measles. So natay mnemonics ana. So para dili mo malimot kinsa si measles, kinsa si German measles, kinsa ang rubiola, kinsa ang rubella virus. Rubiola, pila ka L? Pila ka letter L? Isa ka letter L. Imong German measles, pila ka letter L?
Duha, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Isa ka buok o duha ka buok. Dol-dol ra ngalan di ba rubiola o rubella? Pila ka word imong measles?
Isa.
So one word for one letter L. Pila ka book L imong rubella? Duha.
So,
German measles, pila ka book word?
Duha.
So measles is rubiola. German measles, duha ka book. So katong duha ka letter L, that is rubella. Okay? So dili na malibog ha, dili na magbaylo-baylo ha. Naatay measles, naputay German measles. Okay? Next, balik ta. So, again, manata sa SSE, no? SSE is a very rare disease. It's very rare but fatal disease affecting your central nervous system. Next, respiratory syncytial virus. So, respirato, na ba, nagkadimang spelling? Respiratory. So, respiratory syncytial virus, mode of transmission, large particle droplets, disease, low respiratory tract infections in infants. It can also cause croup, bronchitis, pneumonia, and also take note, your respiratory syncytial virus or your RSV, sulat yun na yun na din na, is the number one cause or the leading cause of pneumonia among children? Again, respiratory syncytial virus or your RSV virus is the number one cause or the leading cause of pneumonia among children. Is the number one cause or leading cause of pneumonia among children. Lastly, human metapneumovirus. Mode of transmission, the same. Imong respiratory, RSV o human metapneumovirus. Large particle droplets. Ang kalainan lang na ay mild upper respiratory tract infection. Kaya ngano, imong RSV virus class, lower lang siya sa low respiratory tract infection na siya. Imuhang human metapneumovirus, mild upper respiratory infections to acute lower respiratory tract infection. So we're already done with orthomyxoviridae. So orthomyxoviridae, gusto ito specific virus? Hello?
Influenza.
Princess? Unsa? O kadungog ninyo. Orthomyxoviridae. Kasi ito
Influenza virus.
very good. Influenza virus. You have influenza A, B, and C. A, humans and animals. Siya ra po ang maka-capable of antigenic shift. Imong B and C infects both humans and animals. So under orthomyxoviridae mo to siya. Paramyxoviridae, kisa ganito first. Para influenza, kisa pa man.
Mumps
Virus.
Mumps virus.
Measles virus.
Measles,
virus.
rubiola virus.
Respiratory.
Respiratory syndrome.
Very good. Last. Human metapneumovirus. Okay, human metapneumovirus. So this is your paramyxoviridae. So next is arenaviridae. So arenaviridae, you have Lassa fever virus and lymphocytic choriomeningitis virus. So virus family arenaviridae has a sandy appearance. It is a rodent-borne. Rodent, kisa naman mga rodent, imong mga rats, imong mga rabbits, that is rodent. It sheds in urine, feces, and saliva. Kumbaga, mo appear or ma-positive ni imuhang virus sa imuhang urine, sa imuhang feces, sa imuhang stool, sa imong tae. So, mo-positive siya sa imuhang ihi, sa imuhang tae, sa imuhang laway. And inhalation of aerosolized virus, contact with contaminated formites or virus through breaks in skin. So this is your mode of transmission. How can you acquire arenaviridae? Would either be tungod sa imuhang rodents, sa mga rats, sa mga rabbits, kana siya. And class, dili lang virus ang dala sa mga rats ha. Hugaw kay na ang rats kanuman. Nana siya dalang parasite. Nana siya dalang bacteria. Napoy virus, imagine, sa nakahugaw. So, kung bacteria gani, it has S. blate. Kung, kanang rats, S. blate. Kung parasites, napo na siya Ascaris lumbricoides, makabitok na siya. And kung virus, of course, kani mga rodent-borne nga to na mga virus. And shed in urine, feces, and saliva. So, mangkuan po na siya, di ba yun ko, manggawas na siya sa urine, feces, and saliva. So, katong mga person or animals nga infected with this type of virus, mo-positive ilang urine ana. Unya, example, na ay stool din ha, or na ay tae din ha, nga nasa kilid din ha. Unya, nag-shed din na siya din ha. Unya, isa pa sa iyang mode of transmission, inhalation. So, what if ma-inhale to nimo ang virus nga naadad to? So, mode of transmission po na. So diseases and or the specific virus also, Lassa fever virus. This is hemorrhagic fever. Lassa fever virus, hemorrhagic fever. And also, lastly, lymphocytic choriomeningitis virus or aseptic meningitis. Next family, virus family Rhabdoviridae. So, Rhabdoviridae is the family of your rabies virus. So, I know you're very familiar with rabies virus. Ambot ka ninyo kung sanay na-expose aning rabies virus kasi may napaakan og iro din o iring. Si Alivio, napaakan ng iro. Kasi may napaakan. Ako, napaakan po kong iro.
Ako, ma'am.
Si Bragat,
Kadaghan.
sumuto siya, napaakan kong iro, then funny pa dyan kito siya na iro, kaya nga no, kato siya na iro, maakay dyan to siya na iro, share sa ako sa experience, no. Tapos, kanang sa boarding house siya sa akong classmate, tanan mo atod niya, mamaak siya, kabalo mo aha siya mamaak, lubot na siya, pero may mamaak. So, tanang napaakan niya katong mga silingan, kanang sa mo anha nila sa boarding house, lubot dyan iya paakon. Ni isa na ko ato pa ako sa lubot niya. Ulaw kaayo kay lubot niya, ga skirt pa jud ko niya. Imagine nagagisi-gisi akong skirt. Nya, muskwila pa ko to kay klase to siya na time. So mo to napakan po og iro class. And okay, aha man na siya na under the family. That is Rhabdoviridae family. Specific virus iba kung family wide na siya. So under Rhabdoviridae, specific rabies virus. What is the genus under Lisa? So, Lisa virus, it shows Negri bodies inclusion. So, during biopsy sa central nervous system, na siya makita nga Negri bodies. This is your Negri bodies. Okay, again, aha gani ang gina-attack sa imong rabies virus?
Brain, ma'am.
Brain, very good. Ramil, specifically your
CNS.
CNS.
acetylcholine. Very good, Salinas and Santibanez. Yes, acetylcholine, which is found in your central nervous system. So that's why mingon sila nga makabuang na ang mapaakan og iro. Makabuang in a sense nga unsa man yang gina-attack imong brain. Your acetylcholine imong brain. So when there is something wrong with your brain is used as the machinery of the virus. It is where it replicates. Of course, dili na normal ang functioning. And unsa gani mahitabo, unsa gani ang tawag atong any changes due to viral replication? Si tawag adto, apil na siya sa tong semay ha. Pag scan mo tong virus before. Any changes or cellular damage caused by viral replication is termed as
Cytopathic.
very good, musin. Cytopathic effect. So, it is cytopathic effect. So, kung aha na siya nag-replicate, na mga changes din na. The same with your rabies virus. So, sa brain yan gina-target. Of course, napoy mga changes din na. Muna may kaingon sila nga makabuang daw ang mapakan ng iro. O mabuang daw ang iro. Okay, so, first reservoir, wild or domestic animals, has a wide host range, all warm-blooded animals, including humans. So, even humans pwede na ay rabies virus. Class, dili tanang iro, dili tanang iring na nay rabies virus. Dili tanang iro makakos og rabies, magka-rabies ka. Ngano man? Ano man?
Ang rabies man, ma'am, kay ma-acquire man natin mo sa surroundings, ma'am.
Very good. Ma-acquire na nimo na siya ang rabies virus. Dili na siya kanang innate sa iro. Dili tarang iro nga na. Tungod kay iro siya na siya rabies. No. Kanang mga kanang mga iro sa balay, kanang limpyo ba na sila class. Wala na sila rabies. Pero kumapakan ka na, naga-inject dyan punta na. Dili ta magkumpiyansa. Kaya nga no, wala ta kabalo. Kaya di ba siya tumabawan. Pero ang mas prone aning magkakos ka o prone aning mga rabies or magkakos kag sakit ani kaya kanami tang mga irong laaw ana sa gawas kay bisag na sila paingon so maka-acquire na sila mga virus gikan sa gawas and your microorganism which is your bacteria, parasite, virus are everywhere. So kanang mga irong laaw kana nung mapakan ka na ay ka makulbaan. Pero kung imuha rang kagulingong iro nga nara pirmi sa balay imuha pang idulog og tulog dili kayo na siya murag high risk to rabies. Pero kung mapakan ka ana, of course, recommended Japon sa doktor nga magpa-vaccine. Kaya nga naman, this should be po, brain ba na itong hisgutan class, brain ba ang gina-target ana. So, kumpiyansa lang lugar tayo nga, abora man ang iro, okay na. Pero lesser chance na siya nga magka-rabies virus na mga pets nato sa house. So, mode of transmission, bites, scratches, and inhalation of droplets. So, that's why, even kambrasan lang ka, nakambrasan ka, naku kagagsamad, injectionan Japon ka na o anti-rabies. Kaya nga no, isa na sa mode of transmission, dili lang ang paak sa iro. Disease, it can cause zoonotic disease, it can cause rabies, and fatal encephalitis. Take note class also, rabies virus is a bullet-shaped virus. Sige na, aning rabies virus, bullet-shaped virus. Laboratory diagnosis, isolation, and IF. Or immunofluorescence. Isolation and IF. Next is virus family under Coronaviridae. So, diri under ang atong coronavirus or COVID-19. Sa una palang daan class, nanay Coronaviridae. Naana na siya. So, coronavirus or your COVID-19 is under family Coronaviridae. So, under ni siya ani nga family. It is with club or petal-shaped spikes which resembles crown-like. Mura siyang na mga corona. That's why it is termed as coronavirus. Virulence factor is S-glycoprotein. Mode of transmission via droplets or direct contact. Outstanding characteristics, common colds in adults, alpha, SARS and MERS, beta, diarrhea, torovirus, prevention and control, isolation of patients, and use of PPE. SARS-CoV, familiar mo na, SARS-CoV and MERS-CoV is the same under Coronaviridae family Japon na. SARS-CoV or SARS coronavirus, outbreak Japon na siya sa unang panahon. MERS-CoV or MERS coronavirus. Okay? And also, class, take note, coronavirus or Coronaviridae is the most common cause of common cold in adults. Coronaviridae, so common cold in adult. Again, causative agent of common cold in adult. Common cold. Kaya lagong normal na mild lang ng mga sipon-sipon. Coronaviridae na Japon ang causative agent ana. Again, Coronaviridae, causative agent of the common cold among adults. Common cold. Okay? You have two genera. You have coronavirus, alpha and beta coronavirus, and torovirus. Torovirus is the causative agent of diarrheal disease. So, associated with diarrheal disease. Kani si alpha and beta usually or most commonly respiratory na iyahang infection. So, your alpha and beta Coronaviridae is respiratory infection. Torovirus is diarrheal. Diarrhea, makakos siya og kalibanga. Next, Bunyaviridae. Bunyaviridae is a triple segmented virus. Mode of transmission, it could either be arthropod-borne or rodent-borne. So arthropod-borne, you have orthobunya virus, which can cause Lacrosse disease, Phlebivirus, mosquitoes, sandflies, and ticks. Rodent-borne, via contaminated excreta or mga contaminated na mga tai, contaminated na mga stool, contaminated na feces, hantavirus. So specific virus under Bunyaviridae is your orthobunya-virus, Phlebivirus, and hantavirus. So muni ang mga sakit na iyahang makos. Orthobunya-virus can cause California encephalitis or Lacrosse. Phlebivirus can cause a Rift Valley fever. Hantavirus can cause hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. Next, virus Flavoviridae. So Filoviridae, highly virulent and require maximum containment. Origin, African green monkey. Disease is rare but with high mortality rate, makapatay. High chance of death. So mode of transmission, contact with infected monkeys, direct contact with body fluid. So specific virus under Filoviridae is Ebola virus during 1976, wherein it has an outbreak during 2014, nag-Ebola outbreak in Western Africa, because kani siya ng mga monkeys, your African green monkeys is commonly found in western part of Africa. And also Marburg virus during 1967. So during 1976, Ebola virus, Marburg virus during 1967, and we have largest Ebola outbreak during 2014 in Western Africa. So, okay, we're done with our next na class. Virus family, Flaviviridae. Flaviviridae, first na specific virus is Japanese encephalitis. Japanese encephalitis virus, vector or carrier class. Vector is your Aedes aegypti. Unsa man ang Aedes aegypti? Aedes aegypti is a species of a mosquito. So kaning Aedes aegypti unsa ni? Mosquito. It can cause non-specific febrile disease. Febrile disease. Unsay makadungog mga febrile? Unsay bot pasabot ana? Basta na yung mga febrile hemolytic transfusion reaction, febrile disease, unsa man bot pasabot basta febrile.
Sanay fever.
Very good, Hemel, ganay fever. Basta na gani febrile, it means there is a release of your interleukin-1. So when there is a release of your interleukin-1, it can cause increase of temperature, body temperature. So fever for short. Basta makadugay mo mga febrile disease, mga fever na siya, na febrile hemolytic transfusion reaction. So unsay bot pasabot na ng febrile hemolytic transfusion reaction. So after giabunuhan, naghilantan ang patient, o nga na. Next is under Japanese Flaviviridae, first Japanese encephalitis. Next is dengue virus. Dengue virus vector, kisa man na mga lamok. Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus. Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus. It causes dengue fever. So dengue fever is characterized by fever, rash, muscle and joint pains. So timan ini ha, basin namo yung mga kaila dala silingan, fever, rash, naman na yung mga rash, mga putik-putik, red sa iyang panit, muscle and joint pains. Also, it has low WBC count. Dengue virus or dengue fever, mo ni siya ang characteristic, fever, rash, muscle and joint pains. Ano sa paman? Low WBC count, high lymphocyte count, and low platelet count. So to, low WBC count, high lymphocyte count, and low platelet count. Sorry. Next, yellow fever virus and St. Louis encephalitis virus. So your St. Louis encephalitis virus, vector, Colex species, causes encephalitis and fever to meningoencephalitis. So this is how your dengue fever spread. So you have a patient, patient. This patient, example, kaning patient is positive for dengue virus. Tama rin naka-pink, positive for dengue virus. Ay sige, magkuan sa ako, mag-highlight. Kabantay mo class nga, example, kaning dengue, kay per lugar, per barangay. Like example, sa Suarez. Example na ha, sa Suarez, daghag kana na purok, daghan kay gipang dengue din ha. Or kana na silingan, halos tapad silingan kay gipang dengue. Kabantay mo ana? By barangay by purok dili kay butang talagikan sa mga taga Fentes, taga Palao, taga kuan dili by para barangay jud na siya usually class. Example ay ma-admit sa mga nga dengue. Usually ang silingan nga bata, silingan pareha gipang dengue. Ngano man?
Kuan nun ma'am, di ba mangikan ang lamok.
Very good. Dara gikan ang lamok. So ingani ang story ana mahitabo. Example kani siya nga pasyente positive sa dengue. Naatay lamok, your Aedes aegypti, mosquito takes blood from the patient. Di ba? Naga-feed din na siya sa tuang blood. Nagakaon, nagasupsup na siya or nagasip-sip na siya o blood din ha. And katong blood is positive with dengue virus. So ang katong virus matransmit na niya sa iyang saliva, marakaon na niya. So nanan na ang virus, imagine na ang virus. Then kanina po siya nalamok, muadto na po ni siya ani na patient. So kaning virus nga iyang nakuha din ni matransmit niya via saliva niya. Kaya no, musip na po na siya. From the to na patient, musip na po siya dinhi na patient. So matransmit na niya. Kani iyang murag sungo-sungo dira, matransmit na niya dinhi. Unsa naman po may tabo, katong virus nga gikan dinhi, mo transfer na po gikan ani na patient. So of course, your virus cannot live on its own. Your virus is an obligate intracellular parasite, so it needs humans in order to survive. So nana siya human, so it multiply and it infects. So unsa man iyang gina-infect? Imong WBC. That's why imong WBC, sa tong gingon sa WBC count during dengue virus? Low. Kaya nga naman, dari siya naga-infect. Imong WBC and lymphatic tissue. Unsa man ang lymphatic tissue? Dira include imong platelets. So kung dira siya naga-multiply, of course, there is cellular changes. There is cellular damage. Ubos imong WBC, ubos imong platelet. Okay? So muna nahitabo sa patient. Then pag human, naanapoy, kanina po na tawo, di ba? Muna siya tawo, naanapoy lamok mo paak ani niya, mo transfer na po ani niya, and so on and so forth. So muna ang life cycle mahitabo. Gets? Kani siya, butang talag, siya pinakauna nga pasyente nga na dengue ana na lugar. Wa ta kabalo, aha na siya gikan. Naglaag ba na siya, gikan na siya anang lugara or any other places nga pwede niya na-acquire tong dengue virus. Okay? Or aha ba ka na siya napakan, aha ka siya gikan nga napakan siya lamok. So pag uli niya silang barangay, o dadto, of course, sharing ba na ang lamok. Dili ba na mo biyahe ang lamok gikan sa butang talag, gikan sa Marawi, paingon sa Cebu. Hanga kayang lamok class, lagi pa siya dagat. So, sabay barangay radyo na siya, okay? Gets ninyo? Ano mo ubos ang WBC ang platelets?
Ma'am, nakayo ask ma'am ba? Kaning Aedes aegypti ra nga mosquito ang makakuan carry og kanang virus ma'am kanang dengue.
Yes, your Aedes aegypti and Aedes anopheles also. Aedes anopheles, na po to isa katong sa to, Aedes albopictus. Ing ani dyan na siyang usually kanang mga lamok nga nasa tong kilid-kilid. Dili siya capable of carrying the virus. So, mo to siya. The same with your malaria, napoy specific nga lamok nga para more capable of transmitting your malaria. So the same with your dengue virus, so kanang mga lamok na normal lang na lamok, dili na siya capable of transmitting the virus or dili na niya masip ang virus. So kisa man na to na manok na kisa man to na lamok, your Aedes aegypti. Dili lang bisag kinsa nga lamok ang pwede maka-transmit nimo ana. Manok lamok. Dili manok. Gets? Sige nang taas man po ang lymphocyte. Gina-explain na nato anong ubos si WBC. Kaya dira man siya naga-multiply man. Dira man siya naga-replicate. O so maguba ang WBC. Maubos. Anong ubos ang platelet? Kaya diha man po siya nag-multiply po ma'am. Dira po siya naga-infect. So maubos ang platelet. Lymphocyte. Kanong taas man ang lymphocyte?
Na may viral infection.
Very good. Balisco. Balisco, di ba? Aimee? Very good. Balisco na ay viral infection. Dengue is caused by a virus and lymphocytes will increase during viral infection. Lymphocytes will increase during viral infection. Okay? Kung neutrophil lang ni taas, unsa ganitong ni cause ana? Sa to, si Balisco to no, Balisco. Okay, kung neutrophil, unsa ganito?
Infection.
Infection, ma'am.
Unsa?
Bacterial.
Very good. Hemelga and Salinas, bacterial infection. So, muna explanation ng taas ang lymphocyte sa imuhang dengue. Okay? Next is West Nile virus. West Nile virus, first reservoir birds, causes the same non-specific febrile illness. Zika virus next. Zika virus is also a mosquito-borne virus. It was first isolated from rhesus monkey in Uganda during 1947. Mode of transmission can be passed from pregnant women to her fetus. So, usually ang affected ani kanang mga buros ng mga patients. So, during her pregnancy, mapakan siya og lamok. Lamok positive with Zika virus, unsay may tabo sa baby. Ang katong virus ihatong mapass through the fetus. And unsay may tabo, it can cause microcephaly. Microcephaly or below average size of the brain. Microcephaly, below average size of the brain. So it can also be transmitted via mosquito bite, the same, ibahin ko mosquito-borne, so mosquito bite, and sexual intercourse. Sexual intercourse, yun sa man. Example, si Papa napaakan og manok, lamok, sorry. Si Papa napaakan, manok no, natoktokan. Napaakan og lamok, positive with Zika virus. Buros si Mama. Then, nagbuhat sila ani. So, ang virus nga naa ni Papa, although wala na paakan og lamok si Mama, ihaning mapasa ang Zika virus. So, what will happen? It can be passed from the uterus to the baby. Then, what will happen? If the person or if the baby is affected or infected with Zika virus, it can cause microcephaly or below average size of the brain. So this is your Zika virus. Gamay, below average, it has microcephaly. Ana. So dili normal ang size sa iyahang brain. Okay, next topic, Retroviridae. So under Retroviridae family with identical ssRNA, it was first described in 1981 with retroviral enzymes at the nucleocapsid. So you have two genuses. You have lentivirus and oncovirus. So under Retroviridae family, you have two lentivirus and oncovirus. So your lentivirus, we have two distinct type of human AIDS virus. So under lentivirus, that is your HIV, HIV-1 and HIV-2. So lentivirus, duha ka buok klase sa imong lentivirus. Ano na siya ha? Imong family is Retroviridae family. So under ni Retroviridae family, duha ka klase. Na lentivirus, na oncovirus. So balik ta, under ni Retroviridae, after ni Retroviridae natay lentivirus. Under sa imong lentivirus natay HIV virus. Okay? Gets ninyo? So kung family general Retroviridae, under ana lentivirus. So under ni lentivirus you have HIV virus. Kung mag-specific bitaw ta, HIV virus is under lentivirus. So you have two types of HIV virus. You have HIV-1 and HIV-2. HIV-1 is more serious and it is global. More serious and global. Global, kumbaga, tibok kalibutan. HIV-2, Africa. HIV-2, Africa. So question, what type of lentivirus is present in the Philippines?
1.
One, ma'am.
HIV 1. Kasi HIV 2, it is only found in Africa. So lentivirus is the causative agent of AIDS or your acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. HIV is also known. Muna other name na HIV ha? HIV is also known as human lymphotrophic virus the third. It is also known as LOVE, lymphadenopathy associated virus, and also known as ARV, AIDS associated retrovirus. So nagani maingon ninyo nga that person is infected with lymphadenopathy associated virus. Unsa na nasakit? HIV virus. Other name lang na ni HIV. Okay? Na tulo ka buk klase ha, tulo ka buk other name ni HIV. You have HLTV, human lymphotrophic virus the third, lymphadenopathy associated virus, and ARV, AIDS associated retrovirus. So during AIDS class, your acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, it's not the AIDS or it's not the HIV that can kill the person. So dili kay tungod kay HIV siya, muna namatay siya, muna nagkuan siya. Unsa may hinungdan gani? It's the
Complication.
very good, Salinas. It's the complication caused by HIV. Kaya nga naman, mild sip-on lang, maka-arise na into more complicated infection, mild ubo, mahimo na siya pneumonia, bitaw. Mild lang sa tua, kay because we are healthy, we are immunocompetent individuals. But persons infected with HIV, they are immunocompromised. So their immune system is not capable of fighting this kind of virus. Okay? Next, oncovirus. Oncovirus is a virus that can cause cancer. That's why it is also known as tumor virus or cancer virus. You have two types of oncovirus. You have HTLV1 and HTLV2. HTLV1 causes adult T-cell leukemia or lymphoma. HTLV2 isolated from patient with hairy cell leukemia. Sa HTLV3, kinsa ganito? HTLV3.
HIV.
Very good, Himelga. HIV. Bago pa tanang isgot ganina, oh. HTLV3 is your HIV. So, natay HTLV1, HTLV2, and that is under oncovirus. It is a virus that can cause cancer. Next, virus family, Togaviridae. Togaviridae is the same arthropod-borne. You have group A and group B virus. Group A is alpha or arbovirus. It is a mosquito-borne. It can cause Eastern, Western, Venezuelan, equine encephalitis, and chikungunya. And group B, it can cause rubivirus. Has no arthropod vector. Next, what is the disease? It can cause equine encephalitis, non-specific febrile illness, chikungunya, dengue-like symptoms, Kimakonde lang language ni siya class. Kimakonde. Kimakonde language or to become contorted. And rubella. Ano sige ni si rubella? German measles.
German.
Measles lang?
Yola.
Robiola.
Princess Zakaria, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, rubiola is your measles. Okay, next. Difference between rubiola, rubella, and rosola infantum. Rubiola is measles lang or your ordinary measles. It has Koplik spots on buccal mucosa. Rubella, German measles. It has Forsheimer spots on soft palate. pore shimmer spots, and soft palate. Rosola infantum. Unsa ganina ni Rosola infantum? HHV?
6 and 7, ma'am.
Very good, Salina. 6 and 7. Rosola infantum, HHV 6. Under what family?
Herpes viridae.
Very good, Salazar. Herpes viridae family. Salazar and Salinas. Balik ta. So, timan lang ninyo ng mga spots. You have Kuplik spots and Forsheimer spots. And caused by human herpes virus 6 and also 7. A rash appears at the hairline and spreads cephalocaudally over 3 days. So, aha magsugod sa hairline imong measles. Imong German measles, aha magsugod sa face. And spread na dayon na siya. So, we're done with the envelope RNA virus. So, let's proceed with the RNA virus, your PCR. PCR, yes, your PCR virus, PCR RNA virus. First is Picorna viridae, specific virus enterovirus, fecal oral route, tropism to intestinal epithelial cells and lymphoid cells, and also neuron. What is the family? What is the virus under enterovirus? That is hepatitis A virus. Hepatitis A virus is also known as
Infectious hepatitis, ma'am.
very good,
Oh,
Braga.
short
Infectious
incubation.
hepatitis. It is also known as
Short incubation.
hepatitis.
hepatitis. What is the mode of transmission?
Fecal or oral route.
Fecal oral route. So via eating mga street foods and other unsanitized food. Aside from your hepatitis A, isa pa nga ito ang fecal oral
E.
Hepatitis E.
and Ali, hepatitis E, katong mga vowel, di ba? Katimaan mo katong mga vowel can cause mode of transmission. So you have also Coxsackie A and virus. Coxsackie A causes hand, foot, and mouth disease of human. Hand, foot, mouth, and disease. Mo ni siya ang gina-prevent sa nakatamog lugait. Siya katong lugait. Kanang panaugon kay para patamak-tamakon anang
Yes, ma'am.
bulingit nga trapo. Wa mo na
Yes, ma'am.
pa agi-agion mo din ha nga
Ay,
ugok
no.
at try. Wonder mo or kabalo mo.
Kuan daw, ma'am, para mabilin daw ang sakit. Ang ba't lang, ma'am? Hindi ko sure. Para
About sa
mabilin
uban.
daw.
Wala lang ma'am para maglamak-lamak lang mi dadto.
Nasa imong shoes, ma'am.
Yes. And specifically kinsa naman na siya, that is Coxsackie A. The one that can cause hand, foot, and mouth disease. So sa una, estudyante pangutana po, ano pa naugon man jud ko dahil sa lugait. Uy, para siguro makapalit silang bingka. Yung isa na una-una sa, siguro makapalit ko sa ilang bingka. No. In order to prevent your hand, foot, and mouth disease, that is Coxsackie virus. So at least kabalo na mo ha, unsa din na virus or sa na sakit ang gina-prevent or ngano quarantine si term ana din ha. Uy, si tawag ana din na sa lugait. Si tawag ana kana agian dira. Basta ka nang sa lugait bitaw class kana ni nabaligyag bingka o kana di ba panaugon mo ba nakabas ba mo or basta panaugon mo din na kay nga no to in order to prevent hand, foot, and mouth disease. Coxsackie B causes herpangina, pleodynia, and mycocarditis. Echovirus, along with Coxsackie, considered the leading cause of aseptic meningitis. Next, poliovirus. Poliovirus causes poliomyelitis. Flaccid paralysis results in the destruction of motor neurons in the spinal cord. Prevention and control inactivated by heat for 30 minutes and by a chlorine. Pila ganito ang concentration dapat sa imong chlorine?
10%.
Very good, Salinas. 10% sodium hypochlorite, and that is the one that is being considered as effective, proven effective to kill microorganism. 10% sodium hypochlorite. So dili na siya effective. Kumbaga class, kana mag-mix bitaw mog hypo sa tubig. So dili na siya effective, like butang talag daghano nimong hypo kay para mamatay ang kagaw. No. Dili na siya inana, natay ginasunod na concentration. O ba diba tungod no, daghanon kuning hypo para mamatay ang kagaw. No, natay gidapat gina-follow na concentration. Kumbaga butang talag 50 ml, then butangan nimo ang 40 ml ana kay puro hypo, 10% na ang water. No, dili na siya. Although daghan kay hypo, dili na siya considered as effective in order to kill microorganism. Kaya nga naman, according to study, 10% ang effective. So, isa po sa iyang prevention and control, vaccination. It could either be live attenuated vaccine or Sabin or killed virus Sabin that is salt. Rhinovirus. Rhinovirus, mode of transmission, aerosol, secretion, and formites, acid labile, grows best at 33 degrees Celsius, pH less than 6, resistant to detergents, lipid, solvent, and extreme temperature. Of course, it explain nga nganong resistant man siya. Diba? It is under naked. Naked RNA virus. Of course, this is resistant to detergents, bleach, lipid solvent, alcohol. And what is the disease? Most common
cold.
Very good. Common cold in children. Very good. Himelga and Braga. Common cold causative agent of common cold in children. Kung sa children, rhinovirus, common cold in adult. Hey, kisa to, wag ko naka-mention. Common cold in adult.
Coronavirus, ma'am.
Very good, Ali. Coronavirus. Okay? Common cold in adult, coronavirus. Common cold in children, rhinovirus. Next. Naked RNA virus, double-stranded icosahedral. Specific virus, rotavirus. It is a double-stranded segmented genome. Genetic reassortment occurs readily. The only human pathogen and is the major cause of infantile diarrhea. Again, the major cause of infantile diarrhea. Question? Question? Wala? Okay, so now we're done with RNA virus. So God bless everyone. Take note, the Lord Himself will fight for you. Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. So, kanang mga kalisod-lisod na to din ha, kabalok ko nga ubang subject, or apil ba siguro sa akong subject, nagkalisod-lisod mo din ha, sa paningkamot o paningtiil lang. Because the Lord is with us. Naipangutana? Wala. How about the others? Okay, so our coverage for semi-final exam, mycology and virology, fungi and virus, and study katong virology sa atong first topic, katong viral replication, cytopathic effects. Kato, study itong appeal. Apart to siya sa virology. Question?
Ay, ma'am, unsa tong coverage mo?
Coverage, mycology, all about mycology. Tanan mycology. Na-post na ba na akong mycology ba? Na-post na, no?
Wala pa sa amin.
Wala na ako na-post sa B. Pero ang
Yes,
DNA virus, na-post na nako.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, DNA virus.
Okay. So, ang mycology, sige, ako i-post ka nun ang mycology. Ano sa to? Nalimot ako sa ngayon. Sige, i-post ako sa mycology. So, atong coverage again, mycology. Tanan, gikan sa sugod, gikan sa superficial, down to deep mycosis. And virology, including katong, ano sa to? Including katong pinaka-first topic na to, nga Viral replication, cytopathic effects, ito i-study to. The same, we have LEC exam and lab exam. Ako i-update later ang schedule. Ang time, rather, kaya ang schedule next meeting man jud ang time, the same. Kaya ang time lang akong i-update kung kano sa. Basta kay next meeting ninyo. Tapos, maura. Na mo'y pangutana? Wala. Sige, study for 5 minutes. So we will have short quiz. 5 minutes? Enough ang 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
Ma'am, pan na lang kay mag-CR po.
Mag-CR pa mo? Sige. I will give you, ayaw mo pang out lang ha. 25 minutes to study. Sige. 30 minutes to study. Balik mo 5, na may oras? 5:35 or pwede na mo dili mo out pag off lang mo gam. 5:35 study. Study mo. Balik mo 5:35. 5:35 mag-quiz ta.
About ras mong discuss, ma'am.
Yes, about the RNA virus. About ra sa discuss today. Karon lang. So later RNA na later, open cam, Japon ato ang quiz. Open cam and prepare mo 1/4 and more to siya. Prepare 1/4 or any paper na lang, any paper will do. And open cam, mag-take on niya. Sige. 5:35 ha.